Give me 20 minutes and I'll show you exactly how to double your gym's revenue. There's not gonna be any fluff. There's not gonna be any guessing. Just 3 levers that have helped over 700 gym owners at this point inside of Gym Academy go anywhere from 5, 10, 20, even 50K months and double their business. And the best part of all of this that I'm gonna cover today, you don't need more space. You don't need more staff. And it ain't gonna be any more stress than you're currently already under. But you will have better systems as a result. So what I'm gonna cover inside of the next 20 minutes, which I am actually going to try and beat, and maybe we'll even speed this whole thing up, or I'm gonna share with you the 1 pricing shift that will instantly increase your profit. 2, I'm gonna share with you the paid ad system that will fill your gym with qualified leads and phenomenal clients. 3, I'm then going to give you the retention system that keeps those members for years, because it doesn't matter if you're adding new people, if you're just having a leaky bucket of a gym. Now, if you apply all 3 of these things, you're going to have everything that you need in order to double your gym's revenue and actually take home more money from it. But more importantly, you're going to now have a gym that you get to go to, not have to be at. A business that you actually love and not a job that is wearing you thin. So go ahead, grab a notepad, bookmark this video, and also share it with any other gym owner that you think will get value out of it, if you get value out of it as well. What I'm gonna cover with you is the same process that we take our clients through as well. So keep that in mind. This is what I did in my gyms. This is what we do with our clients as well. So number 1, here's the pricing shift that's gonna double your profit. Now, a lot of gym owners think that, like, if they wanna grow their gym, they wanna double their gym, they just immediately go to marketing. And listen, I love marketing. In fact, after opening my gyms, I started as a trainer, but then I considered myself a direct response marketer who just so happens to open gyms. It's one of the reasons why I was able to scale so quickly. I was able to go from a basement to 8 locations in such a short period of time. But a lot of it came down to this part here. And it's something that we are really bringing to our clients to make sure they're doing right now in their gyms. At the end of the day, again, the fastest way to double your gym's revenue isn't going to be marketing. It's actually having margin inside of your gym. And most gyms are undercharging because they're selling the wrong thing. They're selling access instead of results. I want to sell outcomes. People will pay you whatever the hell you want to charge them, as long as you can actually get them the results that they've been trying to get forever. One of the things that you want to do is, and I'm gonna, there's multiple ways. We have our memberships, and your memberships are way too cheap. Like, I can guarantee you right now that you're probably not charging enough for your regular memberships. But I'm actually going to talk even just more specifically on one place that you can charge more that will allow you to double your business. And that is honestly just charging more on the front end. So stop selling low ticket front end offers, low barrier offers, using discounts to get people in. And especially if your membership price is way too low or selling directly to memberships, you don't even need to do that. Instead, you want to sell transformation-based programs, which has totally gotten a bad rap by gym owners. Now, when I sell transformation, I'm just selling change. I'm taking somebody from point A to point B, and it doesn't matter the model of gym or studio you have. That is what you are doing. So you need to sell that transformation. You don't have to call it a transformation, but for reference point, like, that's what we need to sell, some sort of outcome-based program. If you've ever seen anything about me, like when it comes to offers that we're going to be marketing, like, I don't want to sell like, hey, come join me for the next 12 months, 2 years or whatever, what so many people want to do, because that's not what somebody who's never, like, doesn't know me, never been a member before, you know, or anything like that. They're not just going to go like, yeah, cool, like, I've failed at everything else. Sure, I'll come join your gym for the next 12 months. Like, there has to be some shorter commitment. Like, we're in the dating phase right now. And during this dating phase, and when you're saying, hey, I'll help you get this result in the shorter time people are willing to pay more for that. Like, they were going to be more likely to pay more for a shorter time period than they would to be locked in for 12 months. So just keep that in mind. And in order to do this, we are going to anchor your pricing around outcomes, not sessions, not features. Like, the reality is, what you have inside of your gym doesn't matter. I used to fill my gyms up when all I had was a roll of turf, sometimes a roll of flooring, no equipment in, and concrete floors. And I would sell people into higher ticket programs while everybody else around me had better equipment and actually had stuff inside of their gym. We're going to make sure we're anchoring around the outcomes inside of that. As an example, when we're able to anchor to the outcome and have some sort of shorter defined program, as opposed to like, come join my gym for 6 months or a year or whatever that you're trying to sell into on the front end, you're able to charge significantly more. We have a client, he charges $3,900 for his front end program. His front end program is 12 weeks. So just think about it. If he signs up 10 people, and you sign up 10 people and you're running, let's just say, a boot camp gym, and it's $200 a month. He's going to make $39,000. You're going to make $2,000. The difference in that case is $37,000. Let's say he doesn't even collect all of that up front. He only collects half of that up front, which collects all of it up front. But let's just say he collects half of that up front. What is that math? That's just 19K and change, or 18K and change. What is that? If he collects half, that's 19,500, but you just collected $2,000 up front. Yeah, you can say, oh, 12 weeks. This person's going to stay here 6 months. Yeah, you can do all that stuff. But at the same time, now I have somebody that's paid more. So they're actually going to pay attention more. They're going to get amazing results. And because they're getting amazing results, they're more invested into it. Since they're going to get faster, better results, they're going to also speak around it a lot more. And they're still going to continue afterwards, because you have to obviously be able to deliver an amazing program in order to command that kind of price. So I'm not going to say you're going to go from charging $200 to $3,900. I just want to use, honestly, an extreme as an example there, so you can see how much it's impacting your business. So the mistake that so many gym owners make here is they copy their competitors' pricing instead of building an offer around results that they can then, and as a result, being able to position themselves in a much different way and in a different league. Again, same thing. If I'm adding 10, 20, 30, 40 people a month into my front end program, or even more, you still should be converting 75 to 90% or more of those people into your regular recurring memberships. And frankly, you can just bolt it on, honestly, in the front end too. You can say, hey, it's X goes into Y. So now that we're no longer going to run low barrier offers and low ticket offers on the front end, we're not going to copy our competitors for pricing, and now we actually have an offer that's built to be profitable on the front end, then we just need to get consistent demand. So I want to talk to you about how to fill your gym every single week with qualified leads using paid ads. The second step that you can do to double your revenue is to actually utilize a paid ad self-liquidating system. And when I say self-liquidating system, all I mean by that is that it pays for itself. Ads for me, maybe not for you, but as for me and our clients inside of the academy, are a profit center. And I'm going to talk about how. Before I even get into that, you just have to understand, like, your gym cannot grow on referrals alone. Everybody loves referrals. I'm not knocking referrals. I want referrals. But if I have more new people coming in, I get more referrals. In fact, my gym should be getting clients from at least 5 different sources on a monthly basis. I'm not going to go into that today. Paid ads are going to be the gas that's going to be able to accelerate my gym faster than anything else. I remember when I first got started, I had like this ego and this pride that I didn't need to market in order to grow my gym. It's not an either or, but I do know that if I'm relying on referrals only, because I did that for a period of time, you're going to stay stuck until you hit a wall that you cannot break through, and then eventually it starts closing in on you. If you want to have predictable revenue, you need to have a paid ad system. The fastest growing gyms, the best gyms, the safest gyms utilize paid ads in order to grow. On top of that, when your pricing is right, and your ads don't suck, you now have a profit center, not an expense. That's usually the biggest reason that people push back on using paid ads, is it hasn't worked before, because they don't make their money back from ads either on the front end or the back end. But just understand, like, it doesn't need to be that way. So what you want to do is you do want to launch, we talked about how to price that front end offer, and I kind of already talked about front end offers. You do want to launch your front end offer into your ads, some specific result that you're promising your ideal client in some sort of shorter time frame, whether it's 4, 6, 8, 12, 16 weeks, doesn't matter. You can call it a challenge if you want. You can call it a transformation program. Call it whatever the hell you want. But like, I have to make an offer that is compelling, that speaks to what my ideal client outcomes they actually want. Then I need to make creative that actually speaks to the emotional side of my clients, so that when they see their ads, you become a competitor of none. Like, they think when they see your ads, they get engulfed in it. It's going through their feed. They go, wow, is this person speaking directly to me? And when you can convey that kind of emotion and create that kind of connection in your ads, all the other competition disappears. And now these leads are more likely to pick up, more likely to book appointments, and more pre-sold by the time they come in, because you were able to create such a compelling marketing message, they automatically assume that you're an expert and have an answer. Now that we have great lead quality, now that the competition doesn't matter, now that you have a paid ad system that actually is working and profitable, well, actually, let me get ahead of myself, because it's not profitable yet. Those are just the ads. Once I get these leads coming in, yeah, they're going to be higher quality, then I need to make sure I'm actually having a nurture system in place that follows up with those leads. I need to follow up with them with automated SMS, automated email, and pick up the dang phone. Your competitors do not want to call their leads. They don't want to call their leads and spend 5 to 15 minutes having a conversation with someone who they just paid to get that lead, which ultimately gives you an advantage. Like, go ahead, take a little test. Go opt into a bunch of local businesses around you. Find out how many of them actually call you with any sort of speed. How many call you right away? How many call you tomorrow? Because the reality is, usually, like, the first person that your prospect speaks to, like, their search is over. Especially if you have great ads and then you have great conversations. This is one of the highest revenue generating activities that you can do in your business. So just please put down the protein shake and have a conversation with a potential client. It's not over yet. We have to learn how to sell. So just because you have leads coming in doesn't mean they're just walking in with their credit card out saying, go swipe it, please. Especially if you're going to be charging higher ticket on the front end. No, sir. So you need to make sure you actually have a process and you're not winging it so you can capitalize on these leads that are coming in. And of course, you need to track your data. I'm just hitting you with a bunch right now. But what matters is your cost per acquisition, not your cost per lead. And I am a marketer, so I love when I see cheap leads. But what I love more is making sure that I'm profitable on my ad spend. So if I know, like, let's say I'm selling something that's $5,000 on the front end and it cost me $500. And by the way, gyms, we have clients that charge $5,000 on the front end. If it costs me $500 to acquire a client that's going to then pay me $5,000 up front, like, is it worth it? 100%. Somebody else might say, oh, that's expensive. But instead, I actually just made 10x. I got a 10x return on ad spend immediately. It is a profit center. So if I said, if you gave me $1 or if you gave me $1 and I gave you $10, would you do that? 100%. Now just extrapolate that. So many people though just don't have it profitable enough on the front end and then spend enough to actually see a meaningful difference out of it. But let's just say it costs you $100 to acquire a client and immediately they give you $250 or $500. Like, I would do that all day. And then the beautiful thing about gyms is we have recurring revenue. It's a subscription business. So if your client's staying with you for 10 months, 18 months, 24 months, just add all that in. So it might cost you $100 to acquire the client, which some people are cheap. And then they go, oh, that's so expensive. This person could pay you $1,500, $2,500, $3,000 or more over the lifetime of them. So not only are you making a ton of money on the front end off of your ads, now you're making a ton of money over the lifetime of that client. Is it worth it? 100%. We had a client come in, Larry. He had never run ads before, actually. He was a successful gym owner, was doing well. With his first $500 in ad spend, he made $8,000 in revenue. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do that. He's a savage. He followed the process. In 16 weeks, his gym went from $25,000 a month to $45,000 a month. Pretty much all profit for him. To extrapolate that, like if he stopped there, which he did not, he kept going. His gym is much higher than that now. But if he just stopped there, he would have added over $240,000 in new revenue annually. And it all started with just that first $500 in ad spend. And by the way, that $240, that's like all profit. So stop relying on set it and forget it cookie cutter ads. You need to actually understand the mechanics behind advertising, not just outsourcing them to some cheap ass agency. Like, I hate to break it to you, but great marketing is a collaboration. But because it is such an integral part of your gym, it should be totally worth it. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if we're getting clients if we're just losing them. And this is where so many gym owners that actually have a decent acquisition system screw up because they're not keeping them. Doubling your revenue doesn't just come from new signups. It comes from staying power of those clients. So the third thing that we need to have in place in order to double your revenue is actual solid retention engine inside of your business. Because if you want to scale to 60, 80, 100K months or more and like go beyond that, you don't just need more leads, you need better retention because every member that stays an extra 6 months is like pure freaking profit to your bank account. How can you make sure that these clients actually stay? Implement a 90-day retention system. You need to have a clear onboarding with all new members. It can be a one-on-one onboarding, it can be a group onboarding, just really depends on the volume and the type of gym that you're running, but every new client needs to be onboarded. 99% of gym owners don't do this, and that's immediately this person goes into something that they have zero experience in, they're already intimidated in, and they immediately feel like an idiot. You think they're gonna be looking forward to coming back? No. And they have no idea how to have success. Make it stupid clear on how exactly to have success, and it starts with that onboarding. Then you need to track and celebrate every single milestone over the next 30, 60, 90 days. There's actually certain things I want to do over the first 30 days to make sure, like this is just my integral window to make sure that they're going to become a member for life. Because people leave for different reasons, by the way. If somebody's leaving inside the first 90 days, or your conversion window, whether it's 30, 42, or 6 or 8 or whatever, 90 days, versus like attrition, which I consider after that. Like if I have a long-term member leaving, it's different than somebody who's new churning out. I want to then have some level of accountability. If I'm charging premium prices, like give premium service, give a premium experience, have some level of accountability and specific point of contact with that individual inside of this 90-day retention system. So that you can monitor everything, you can be ahead of all their issues, you can make sure that they're staying on track, you can make adjustments for your new client. On top of that, you need to also make sure that your gym is actually somewhere that somebody wants to be. My gym, we had somebody get a tattoo of it. We had people that would come twice a day. Like they couldn't get enough of it. This means in order to have this happen, like you have to have great coaching. On top of that, you have to have a sense of belonging outside of just the trainer and the sessions that they come to, by the way. So you need to be intentional with building a community. Like if you want to build a movement and something that sticks and your gym's going to be around for a long time and actually make it easier. So like once they get indoctrinated, they stay, that comes down into the community and you have to be intentional in actually building it and starts from the very beginning when a new member comes in. And here's just a little extra sauce for you if you want to like really nail your retention. At least quarterly, do some sort of like internal member like challenge or promotion so that you can keep them engaged, get them better results, and further them along in becoming an advocate for your gym. Even your members that have been there the longest, like they get stuck in ruts and they need that push, and you got to do something exciting that they won't shut up about. So make sure you do that. As just a little example, just to kind of like bring this point home. If you have 200 members, and let's just say you're charging $200 a month, and you currently have 10% churn, which is like what a lot of gyms do. That means with 200 members, I'm losing 20 people a month. Now, if I cut that in half just to 5%, if I take my churn from 10% to 5%, now I'm keeping an additional 10 people a month, which is an extra $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year. If you have 10% churn, people stay with you for 10 months, 5% churn, they're staying with you for 20 months. So if I can cut it down, now I'm adding at least an extra $24,000 to the business over the year. Monthly, that's 24 grand potentially, or 288,000 a year, or 2.8 million over the decade. So retention is critical in scale and growth. A common mistake that so many gym owners make is they just assume like it just happens naturally. Like, oh yeah, it's a place they want to be. They've already signed up. They paid me. Like, why would they leave? It does not happen that way. It is engineered. You have to make this happen inside of your gym. Now we have all 3 levers that you need in order to double your gym: price, pipeline, and retention. Get these right and doubling your revenue becomes math, not magic. So just to recap, fix your pricing so that you stop bleeding profit, turn on your paid ad system so you get new clients weekly and it becomes a profit center for you. Install your retention systems so that you don't just churn them all out and have a leaky bucket, which means you just constantly have to replace every single month. You get stuck in this hamster wheel. Now, if you want a deeper breakdown on how to actually structure your high ticket offer, then keep watching this channel. Make sure that you subscribe because I'll have more stuff coming out. And depending on where you're watching this, maybe it's even going to be linked at this point in time. But if you're also serious about building a real gym business, like you're going to want to subscribe because every single week we show gym owners and studio owners how to scale their gyms without burning out. So now you can actually take what I just gave you and you can start implementing it tomorrow. Or if you want help doing it faster, that's exactly what we do inside of Gym Academy. We help gym owners implement the full system from your pricing to your ads to your retention. And then how to then actually build it operationally, get a team to get yourself out of the day-to-day so that you can hit those 60, 80, 100K months and help you double your business in 90 days or less. If you want our help doing that, there's a link below where you can go ahead and apply and then hop on with one of my team members and they can take a look at your business and what exactly needs to be done in order for you to grow. Until the next one, peace.